In chemistry, the periodic table contains a variety of interesting elements with unique properties and applications. In this periodic table, only one element is also called as devil's element. None other than phosphorus. So, what's the reason? Let's find out. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Hidden Rees. Phosphorus, symbolized as P on the periodic table, holds a significant place in chemistry and biology. It is a non-metallic element that is vital for life as we know it. It is the 11th most abundant element in the Earth's crust. Phosphorus exists in several forms, including white, red, and black phosphorus, each with unique properties and applications. Phosphorus is a key component of DNA, RNA, and ATP, the energy currency of cells. Without phosphorus, life as we know it would not be possible. It is an essential nutrient for all living organisms, from plants to animals. Phosphorus is an indispensable mineral that contributes to the health of our teeth, bones, and nerves. It ensures strong tooth enamel, supports bone structure, and aids in nerve function and communication. The phosphorus cycle describes the movement of phosphorus through the environment. Phosphorus is released from rocks and minerals through weathering and erosion. It enters the soil, where plants absorb it through their roots. Animals then obtain phosphorus by consuming plants or other animals. When organisms die and decompose, phosphorus is returned to the soil or water, completing the cycle. Phosphorus is vital for agriculture. It is a key ingredient in fertilizers, helping plants grow and develop healthy root systems. Now you all have one question? Phosphorus had wide remarkable application. Then this element got the name, devil's element. To understand this, we have to know about the first discovery of phosphorus. The story begins in the late 17th century. On that time, scientists from various parts of the world were intrigued by the idea of finding a mineral or substance that could transform any material into gold. This pursuit was known as the transmutation of metals. They are called as alchemists. The term alchemist is often considered as a precursor or early form of the modern chemist. Alchemy, an ancient practice, combines elements of philosophy, spirituality, and experimental science. Alchemists aimed to transmute base metals into noble metals, such as gold, but their goals extended beyond metallurgy. They conducted numerous experiments and research to discover the elusive philosopher's stone, or the elixir of life, substances believed to possess such transformative powers. Like all alchemists, in 1669, a German alchemist named Hennig Brand set out on a quest to create the philosopher's stone. He tried variety of methods to create the philosopher's stone. One day, Brand believed that human urine offered a gateway to the philosopher's stone. This was typical alchemical thinking. Alchemists hoped to better understand eternal life through studying the properties of body fluids. So, Brand collected thousands of liters of urine from his neighbors. Although someone doing this today would probably be regarded as screwy. It was a common practice to collect urine in earlier times. It had plenty of uses, such as fertilizing crops, softening leather, and cleaning your teeth. Brand evaporated the urine he collected to yield a black sludge. He heated residues from boiled down urine on his furnace until the retort was red hot, where all of a sudden glowing fumes filled it and liquid dripped out, bursting into flames. He could catch the liquid in a jar and cover it, where it solidified and continued to give off a pale green glow. Brand was literally thinking that he discovered the philosopher's stone. At first Brand called the remarkable new substance cold fire, because it glowed in the dark. He then named it phosphorus, which is Greek for bringer of light. In Latin, the word Lucifer also possesses the same meaning. The Lucifer is also referred as devil. That's how phosphorus discovered. The interesting fact is, when Hennig Brand discovered phosphorus, he became the first person in history to discover an element. Of course, other elements such as gold and silver were already known, but they had no named discoverer. Like all alchemists, Brand also kept this technique as secret. For next 6 years, he tested phosphorus with many other materials to make gold. But all his experiment became failure. Because of this, he lost a lot of money and met with an economic crisis. So he decided, hereafter, cannot be kept this element as secret. After that, he expressed out and shows his element to his friends and fellow alchemist. And proudly said it will glow terribly, but he revealed none about the preparation. By that time, a person knocked his house door. His name was Johannes Kunkel, another German glassmaker and alchemist, who followed the same line of research, attended one of those exhibitions. Kunkel, a professor of chemistry, worked for John George II, and met with Brand with the aim of buying the secret of his invention. He asked Brand whether he could see the new element named phosphorus. Brand too demanded for money to show that, as he was on difficulties by then. As like issuing a ticket, on getting some amount, he showed to him taking phosphorus. Kunkel, on seeing that luminous quality and the properties of the phosphorus, found himself very much goosebumped. He did not stop with, that he requested for getting that phosphorus, stating that he would do research on that as he was also a chemist. At the same time, he asked for, how was it produced, which would be useful for him to research. He said for which he would even pay the money too. But Brand sent off Kunkel, mentioning that it was a secret. The negotiation was delayed, allowing a third alchemist to enter the scene. This was Johann Daniel Kraft. It was Kunkel himself who alerted him about the discovery, writing him a letter without imagining that his trust would be betrayed. Because Kraft went to Hamburg incognito and negotiated directly with Brand. Kraft makes deal with Brand that, if you produce and give the phosphorus to the count which I demand at times, I pay you $200. $200 is equal to nearly ranging as $10,000 for the current date. Getting that such huge amount then, and there was a big deal. Brand, who struggled in poverty by then, said okay for that deal. Kunkel exactly at the same time, when those two while bargaining, came to Brand's house. But, hiding Kraft inside, and came to Kunkel and asked what? I may give you any huge amount you demand. Give me at least a small amount of that which would be helpful for me to research. But insultingly he sent off him. And by then, he revealed semi-secret as so he prepared that from urine only but couldn't say how it was. After then only he came to know, that Kraft back treason him and completed a dealing. Tolerating that pain of back treason, he tried preparing phosphorus on his own. On basing that given hint that as from urine phosphorus was produced, he researched on how it could have been produced. And Kunkel was fast approaching towards success. In the due course, by the dealing made, Kraft wanted in any way to become a richer person. He set a superb plan. That is on using the luminous quality of phosphorus, going to King's Court, millionaires' mansions, amidst of them, Kraft started showcasing phosphorus as like a magician. This provided him an enormous wealth. The same way, taking just a little gunpowder to which on putting a single drop of phosphorus caught fired immediately. That is on using its ignition property. This makes him wealthy. For a single show alone his charges were about huge. To say for an example, on traveling to London, for performing show like this exhibiting phosphorus, the King Charles by then, made a payment of £1,000. Kraft without any courtesy said lies in the places wherever he went, that he only invented phosphorus. That is he registered that there was a person named Brand not in the scene at all. Nearly, Kraft performed his magics to all kings, rich and queens. So that the need of Brand for him, was not there. So Kraft stopped sending money to him. At last, Brand witnessed a person who used his invention and so changed to multi-millionaire, and also phosphorus transforming as a most applicable thing in many industries and the most revenue gaining. Seen that he expired under poverty. Like this from magic performing element to application oriented thing, phosphorus transformed was then by Mr. Robert Boyle. Robert Boyle is known as father of modern chemistry. He was the one whom lead the approach of chemical researches named as alchemy into chemistry, a real scientific approach for the first time. Boyle in London also managed to make phosphorus, possibly with the aid of his assistant, Ambrose Godfrey Hankwitz. Godfrey later made a business of the manufacture of phosphorus. When Kraft performed in London, Boyle also saw that performance. Boyle asked Kraft about the preparation of phosphorus. But Kraft gave him no information as to the preparation of phosphorus other than that it was derived from somewhat that belonged to the body of man. This gave Boyle a valuable clue, so that he, too, managed to make phosphorus. Later he improved Brand's process by using sand in the reaction, still using urine as base material. He did not keep method of its manufacture a secret. Instead of that, he released scientific paper about how the phosphorus produced, for which how much urine were needed, the characteristics of phosphorus produced, the same way for what are all that could be used like suggestions too he put forwarded. Robert Boyle was the first to use phosphorus to ignite sulfur-tipped wooden splints, forerunners of our modern matches. Now the understanding of the phosphorus much more evolved. From the magic material to the key element for Earth. The phosphorus content in the Earth's crust is roughly 1 gram per kilogram. Now the phosphorus manufacturing method also changed. Phosphorus is commonly found in the form of phosphate minerals, which are abundant in rocks, soils, and even in our own bodies. These minerals, such as apatite, serve as reservoirs for phosphorus. Now, phosphorus is primarily produced through the processing of phosphate rock, which contains the mineral apatite. Additionally, phosphorus can be obtained through recycling processes, such as the treatment of wastewater or the extraction from animal bones and organic waste. It does not exist in nature in its pure form, although it may be found in a number of minerals, most notably as phosphates, which consists of a phosphorus atom bonded to 4 oxygen atoms. Inorganic phosphate rock, which includes some apatite, is currently the main commercial source of this element. The most heavily mined deposits are those of fluorapatite. Russia, the United States, Morocco, Tunisia, Togo, and Nauru are the primary mining countries. The global output is 153 million tons per year. From the history of phosphorus, from its accidental discovery, it filled with progeny, betrayal, conspiracy, suspicious, and it's initially used on a wide scale to make poisons, explosives and nerve agents. Due to its toxic and lethal properties, it also led to the flourishing of 2 other markets, weaponry and war. Phosphorus bombs and chemicals were a major part of World War I and II. Thus, phosphorus got the nickname, the devil's element. And finally, phosphorus was the 13th element to be discovered. Thanks for watching. We hope that this story of phosphorus would be interesting. Comment your opinion about the devil's element. Please do subscribe our channel for more interesting content. Hidden Rees.